Hello, hello everyone. Welcome on in. If you are new here, I am Victoria from Wings of Ascension, and this is your daily astrological horoscope for Monday, May 15th, 2023. Well, let me pull this up. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I hope you got to spend some time with or got to chat with your mom, your grandmother, your aunt, whoever your maternal figure was. It is a wonderful Sunday for it. But now it is Monday, and let's talk about the astro weather. So, the moon has moved into Aries. Let's talk about Aries moon briefly. The archetype of Aries is very intense, it's very passionate, it's a go-getter, it wants to achieve, it wants to succeed, it wants to be the first and the best. So you have this really fiery, passionate backdrop for the day. Overnight, we are going to see the moon pass over Neptune. I say overnight. If you are overnight like me, if you are on the east coast of the US, it will be overnight. So in the morning, keep track of your dreams. During the morning time, keep track of what comes to you, because these intuitive hits, these dreams are important downloads for you. Something is coming in from your higher self, from your guides, from your loving angels, beings, whomever. Definitely keep track of those things. As the day progresses, the moon is going to square over to Venus, which we know is an uncomfortable conversation. But again, this is a daily thing. It's not going to be multiple days. You're going to feel it through the day. When you have the moon squaring Venus, it can just be a really emotionally rocky time. You can go into intense emotions very easily, and things can set you off very easily. So keep that in mind for the day. The moon is also going to make an aspect to Pluto, but this is a good one. The moon is going to sextile over to Pluto. Again, a daily transit, not a long thing, but when the moon is making an aspect with Pluto, we feel good moving through the changes in our life. It doesn't feel heavy. Again, you're going to go through all of these changes that you're working through for a long time, right? This is a 20-year transit of the Pluto Aquarius. But today, it's just not going to feel rocky. You're going to feel good about doing changes. So where you haven't wanted to, get up at 6 today, you're like, all right, let's do it. Not a lot else going on with the moon. So those are your big emotional things for the day. One that's not so easy and one that's helpful. Long term, we have still this Pluto-Mars opposition. This is very edgy feeling. We still have this Jupiter-Pluto square. Again, very much triggering to our fears, our insecurities, our doubts. So when you have this Moon-Venus, and you're already edgy, these things can be amplified. You can be on edge during the day. You can be emotionally volatile. You can pop at any time. So please keep your head about yourself when your emotions start to flare. Over the weekend, we did have Mars. Where are you, Mars? Trining over to Neptune, to which we talked about this could be very juicy. It could be very yummy. This could be heightened intuition. Again, and these are long-term. The yellow is long-term. We have this heightened intuition. We have this heightened creativity. But again, this could be heightened sensitivity. So all of these things could again lead to another triggering moment. So keep your wits about you. And the keeping your wits about you will come in with the next thing. This should help you, but it could send you in either direction. Mercury over here, Mercury in Taurus, has finally stopped its retrograde motion and has stationed direct. Now let me bring you big so we can discuss what this means. And my dogs are barking. Speaking of Mercury. So when Mercury stops its retrograde and stations direct, think of it this way. If you're on a ride, a roller coaster, the, what is it called in Disney? Expedition Everest is a perfect example of this. When you're going forward, before you go backward, you have to stop and click into place. Your tracks have to adjust. You were going this way, now you're stopping and you're going this way. Or you're going this way and you're clicking into place and now you're going this way. We're at that moment of clicking into place. So you're going to likely feel a heightened sense of the archetype of which Mercury is in this instance, Taurus. Translation: Taurus is very grounded, very logical, very sequential, very earthy. Taurus likes to have things in place. It likes things to be simple. It likes things to be clear. So when we have this moment where we have a whole lot of emotional volatility, keep it simple. Keep it clear. Taurus can also be very opinionated and stubborn. Please be cautious with the day where you don't go too far when your emotions come up in either direction, right? Because we have this Mars and Neptune in a good conversation. It can heighten our intuition. It can heighten our creativity. It can heighten all of our senses, but it can go too far. Don't allow yourself to go too far into the juiciness, right? You don't want to turn into a heathen. So this moment where Mercury is about to, last time I talked about Mercury, the dogs went, they're all going. We're just going with it. They're going to bark. Mercury is going to start to go forward through the rest of the sign of Taurus. But right now, it's just this super intense moment of feeling all of this simple, grounded, earthy, potentially stubborn energy in our minds. So in the way that we talk, in the way that we think, in the way that we communicate. And because we can be simple, because we can be stubborn, we can trigger others and others can trigger us. And with all the other things going on, keep a cool head about you, all right? Don't let things get you. If something emotionally brings you up very quickly, let it go. I know easier said than done, but just take a few breaths, calm yourself down, and move on from it. All right? Kind of an uncomfortable day, but we can get through it. I know we can. All right? As I tell you every time, you've got this. We've got this. I love you all, and I will see you again tomorrow.